Hello, my name is Precious Vines Harris, and I am the Single Maven. Thank you so much for joining me for this motivational moment. So I have just started a new series on my YouTube, and this one is going to be entitled Normalizing Boundaries, right? We talked about this a little bit in the 30-Day Warrior Challenge, and I want to expound on it because I see there are some areas in my life and the lives of those around me where we need to learn how to better implement boundaries, right? And this is going to be something that's going to be helpful for us as we move forward because we are still working on our goals, right? We just completed the 30-Day Warrior Challenge. Hopefully you were a part of it. And if not, you can always go back to my YouTube channel. I have a complete playlist from day 1 to day 30 for the 30-Day Warrior Challenge. You can also still go to my website, www.thesinglemavin.com, to download the free 30-Day Warrior Challenge journal, okay? But today, what we're going to talk about for this specific topic is setting start and end times, right? So if you are someone that actually has a problem with boundaries as it relates to time and time management, what we're going to talk about today is some tips to help you with that. So I myself am an overachiever. I have shared that with you all in a few videos, and I'm a perfectionist, right, naturally. But what I have a tendency to do is put a lot of stuff in my schedule, meaning I want to be great at all these things, right? I want to be great at my job, if I'm working a part-time job, with my business, with my projects that I may be working on the side, right? And areas that I'm working with my personal life, with my family, all of those things. But at the end of the day, I'm only one person. And what I'm recognizing is if you have several different things in your life, right? Let's just say you're someone that may be going to school, you may be working, you may be married, you may have children, you may be starting a business, you may be taking classes, whatever it is, you have multiple things going on, right? As most of us adults do. But you have an issue with trying to figure out how to juggle all of it, right? How do I maintain all of these different things in my life and actually have time for myself? Because self-care is important, right? And that's something that I'm continuing to work on. But what I'm finding is you have to be able to put boundaries around your schedule, meaning you have start and end times for each specific thing that you're doing. But you recognize that if you don't get something finished, let's just say you're working on a longer term goal, right? So I've shared with you all that I'm working on decluttering. That's one of my areas that I feel like I'm stuck in, and I've been working on it. And for me, I would like to be able to walk in the room, work of several hours, even if it's all day, and be done, right? But at the end of the day, if I have several layers or years of items and things that I need to figure out how I'm going to put what where, go through those items, right? I have to recognize it's going to take time. But in my recognition of that, if I am overly critical of myself, I'm going to think that something is wrong with me because I don't necessarily finish that specific goal or project at the time I would like. I have to recognize myself is there are start and end times for everything. There are only 24 hours in a day. You have to recognize that at the end of the day, you're human. You can put time and energy in a lot of different things, but you have to recognize that you're not going to be able to complete everything. You might not be able to start everything that you would like to start, but you can set aside time. We talked about the 15-minute rule where even if it's 15 minutes a day to work on a specific goal, you can use that method. Because at the end of the day, if you do 15 minutes of something each day, it's going to add up in the end versus doing nothing, right? But what I have to say in normalizing boundaries is it's okay if it's left undone, right? If it's a continued thing that I'm continuing to work on, week after week or month after month, if I'm making a concerted effort to be consistent in what I'm doing, right? Meaning I am putting time in it, right? And it may not be every day. You don't necessarily have 15 minutes or 30 minutes or an hour every day to work towards something. You may save all of your time up to 2 or 3 hours on the weekend. That's okay. But if you're doing it on a regular basis, meaning it's daily, it's weekly, it's monthly, you're still putting that goal at the forefront of your mind, knowing that you have to make time and energy for it. But you have to recognize you have to put in regular life occurrences, right? Sometimes I myself don't put time in to eat, to sleep, to take a break, travel time, and just woosah time, right? But be okay with starting end times. Because at the end of the day, for me, myself, if I'm wanting to be a better time manager, project manager, and I want to achieve more goals in my life, I have to recognize that it's important for my sanity, right? And for the standpoint of just having a normalized schedule to have start and end times and be able to keep those start and end times and be okay with it. Because at the end of the day, I'm not going to solve all the problems in one day. I'm not going to finish all the projects in one day. And sometimes I may say I'm going to start something that may take me to the end of the week to get to it. But it's okay, because if I've set aside time, even if it's 15 minutes a day, I am working toward it, right? So I hope this goal was helpful. This motivational moment was helpful in you understanding what it is to normalize boundaries as it relates to your schedule and overscheduling yourself and being perfectionistic about it. Having start and end times at least allows you to put a box around it and to understand that you are giving your goals priority, but you're not letting them take over your life, right? You're not letting them wear you out so you're not able to do other things, okay? So I hope this motivational moment was helpful to you. If you have not done so, I encourage you to subscribe to my YouTube page, like this post, comment below, let me know a tip that you have to actually improve your schedule, okay? Thanks so much for joining me. Until next time.